The shot kind of sucks without the table too.
I guess I'll just do what you do. It's just, I don't know, hold on to it and be a fucking psycho.
I mean, or you just sit more like me,
What's that?
like more sideways to this.
Well, I got it. We're good to go.
Okay.
You can hear me, right?
No.
Okay, 5,
I
4,
can't hear
3,
shit.
2.
Dude, our acoustics are going to be. This has been an issue since you moved out. 5, 4, 3, 2. Is the acoustics in this house are terrible now.
Why?
There's not enough stuff.
Oh, so now it just sounds...
It echoes like when I walk past your room now.
Yeah.
It's just echoey as like all hell. Like
Yeah.
I'll just be on Discord or whatever talking or on the phone, and then I just catch an echo.
Yeah.
And everybody knows that because echoes kind of scare me. Because
Okay.
I don't get how they work.
I guess the first thing I wanted to talk about is breaking news. You're unaware of this.
Breaking news.
Fetty Wap. Do you know?
Dead?
No. Arrested.
Okay.
International drug smuggling.
What the heck?
Fentanyl.
Really?
That's what the headline said.
That's
well,
pretty shitty.
First off, it was I read international drug smuggler arrested for, and I thought initially
He was hiding that shit in his eye the whole time?
maybe it's very possible.
That'd be
I
cool.
thought it was like one of the Steve-O thing, because I think Steve-O got arrested for that because he put like pot up his ass and then went to like Sweden or something, and then he became an international drug smuggler.
Swedish people don't fuck around.
But it might even be wrong, or it might even be Japan or something. Anyways,
Those are similar places.
it's then I was reading the comments on Reddit, and people were like, "Fentanyl, fuck this piece of shit."
Yeah.
So I don't know. I didn't read the article at all.
Dude, if you're smuggling like coke or something, that's fucking sweet. You're
Yeah.
like fucking Pablo Escobar. Props to him, man.
Yep.
But like fucking, if you're doing fentanyl, you're just a piece of shit because you're like killing people.
Yeah, I mean Mac Miller. That's how he died.
Dude, every celebrity that's died to drugs is
It's fentanyl?
Yes, it's always fentanyl.
Except for that one guy on TikTok who he talks really he talks like pretty sophisticated for a drug addict. He's like, I'm looking for fentanyl ABC, like, and he's just like tweaked out, but he talks like pretty normal. You didn't see that guy?
No.
Who was the? Oh, you know what?
I mean, fentanyl doesn't kill you every time.
Let me tell you this. When I was getting a haircut back in the day.
Okay. When you had hair.
No. It was bald-headed.
Oh, really? Okay.
So it was
Circa 2019.
sure. Okay. Yeah.
What's circa mean?
I think you nailed it.
Well, yeah, I know that I used it in the right context, but that's because I just was copying somebody. But
I was talking to one of the barbers who was like next to me cutting hair, not my barber.
Oh yeah, I know.
I can't remember what his name was, but he
used to watch our podcast.
Yeah, that's him. You remember
He emailed
him?
us, yeah.
Do you remember his name?
Nope.
Neither do I. But he, there's like a type of person who likes drugs. This guy loved drugs, all of them,
Oh,
and his favorite was fentanyl.
really?
That's what he was telling me. And
Well, if you do it in if you know that you're taking fentanyl,
you're good to go.
you're fine.
But isn't fentanyl the one that like makes you forget how to breathe?
Yeah.
That's how you die, right? From asphyxiation.
I don't even fucking know.
One of those drugs.
I just know that like fentanyl is like hyper cheap. So what they do is they just like lace other drugs with it.
Yeah.
And it like you need like very little. To
It's
get
like
really
it's like
fucked up.
super heroin.
Yeah.
It's
super heroin. That's
it pretty much is like super heroin.
it turns you into a superhero.
Yeah.
Literally. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Literally.
Because you die, but you reincarnate.
Yeah.
That's why people are dying from it.
So, do you remember when I was like in the beginning? Like, do you have anything to talk about? This was the end. What I have to talk about. I have nothing else.
That's
no other
it?
topics.
Just
the Fetty
Fetty
Wap.
Wap?
Oh
The
yeah.
Fetty Wap?
So we're running high and dry.
We can call it here.
All right. Well, see you guys next week.
Hey, we've done our job. We came here. We got the mics in front of us. You know what the hardest part is? Pressing that record button.
Oh yeah.
But we pushed through it. We
Yeah.
did it. So that's it. That's all you guys get this week.
I wanted to ask, did you do the costume stream?
I should stop saying guys. Just guy. Just
Yeah,
Mike.
just one.
Just Mike.
Yeah, he was upset because he agreed with me that he doesn't think Dune, the second half of Dune, is just like action jam packed the whole time.
That's nuts. I'm sick of arguing about this movie. I've been arguing about this movie for for the last.
You're really
since
trying
I've
to
seen it.
die on the stake for it.
Greatest
I'm seeing it again Wednesday.
greatest movie of all time.
I'm seeing it in IMAX.
Good.
Yeah, I think it's great.
I should see it 6 more times.
I
I don't have that kind of time.
My friend Dominic hates it.
Really?
Thinks it's boring as fuck.
That's insane.
It is boring.
I think that he's boring as fuck.
Aggressive.
Okay. So name somebody else.
Speaking of movies,
name somebody else that doesn't like it.
that's the only person who.
Okay.
Oh, I guess Beth and Tyler.
Yeah, I hope that they get hit by a bus.
They don't understand it.
Yeah, they're
obviously.
fucking dumb.
Yeah.
They're stupid. Mm-hmm. Their pea brains couldn't keep up with it.
Too
'Cause
stupid.
There was too much fucking action in the second half.
Mm-hmm.
Which is what people are saying. There's too much action. It kind of fries people's brains.
My dad loved it.
Obviously.
He loved it.
He's got good taste.
Yeah, he does.
Looked amazing too.
Looked incredible. I finally figured out the bottom of the costume.
Huh. You had a boner.
Yeah, well, obviously my mom dressed as Catwoman. He's like, she's sexy. She wants to be sexy. She's going to do that. Mm-hmm. And I was like, that's funny.
Yeah.
And I was like, the Riddler seems like a strange costume. I mean, the Riddler hasn't been in pop culture since Jim Carrey's Riddler.
Yeah.
I think Batman and Robin, I think
He's going to be back in.
I know, he's coming. And I think he's going to be great.
I'm making a bold claim this is going to be the greatest Batman movie of all time. Fuck The Dark Knight.
It's...
Hey, this movie is going to piss on Heath Ledger's grave. Piss on his grave!
I don't think it's going to be better
It's going to be way
than a better constructed movie than The Dark Knight. That movie's kind of perfect.
Okay.
But I think Robert Pattinson's going to beat out everybody for the best Batman.
Yes.
Potentially.
I want people
Dude, I'm jacked for that movie.
Dude, it was like, also just in speaking of the Dune like arguments and stuff, talking in my Discord about movies, if it doesn't have Vin Diesel in it, or about Among Us, it's just not.
What is that last? What's that second word you said?
Among Us.
Go on.
Like very sus.
Keep going.
If that shit's like sus, they like that shit. Or if it's got Vin Diesel.
Are you trying to say they only like Fast and Furious or gay porn?
Among Us.
What is that? I don't know what that is. Sus?
Yes, sus.
Like potentially gay?
No, like that guy's sus. Among Us.
You have to explain what that means.
Hey, we're moving on. So,
okay.
So since it's not Among Us or Vin Diesel, they don't like any other movie.
Yeah.
So they were trying to fight with me that like, why is Robert Pattinson getting casted as this? He hasn't done anything since Twilight series. I said, that's insane.
Wait, what?
Yes. I said, that's insane. You guys are what's wrong with the world. They legit don't know anything about movies.
Wait, they don't.
They don't know that he did Good Time or Lighthouse and just was phenomenal in both of those.
Mm-hmm. Well,
like greatest actor of our generation by far.
He's pretty great. I don't know why they think he hasn't done anything since Twilight.
It's
also,
insane.
like, have they seen Twilight? They know those movies are good because of him, right?
Yeah, I mean they should.
Well, hold on. They're not good,
They're great.
but they're great.
Yeah, I know.
They're pretty bad, but they're great.
Action packed.
Action packed through and through, the whole way.
The whole way through.
The
It
whole
doesn't
way.
ever slow down. Mm-mm. There's no tent scenes in that one.
But what I wanted to say is Eternals getting pretty bad reviews.
That's what I'm hearing.
I hate getting any.
It's too diverse.
I hate diversity.
Yeah.
I like it when it's white males.
Yes.
Women. You know what I think about women?
Yeah, I know.
Bad.
Hey, you know what we need? Just a team of Captain Americas.
Yes.
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah.
A lot of them.
Lots of Captain Americas.
Except when they're Anthony Mackie.
Yeah.
Not
that
Captain America.
Not my Captain America. That's what I always say. You know?
But that's what everybody on Twitter is saying. That, like, it's because of the diversity that they're upset with.
On TikTok.
Or on TikTok.
Yeah.
Yeah, TikTok. TikTok is a...
Yeah.
I'm curious to see the movie. And if it's, like, actually, like, good. And people are just like, I don't like diversity, that's a weird hill to die on.
Yeah, very odd. Hey, would you say that Eternals has stars in it?
Yeah, I mean, it's like literally star packed.
Yes. Okay.
Yeah.
Do you also think that other Marvel movies like only casted stars?
And never.
Never, right? Another Discord argument is with my buddy Swift. He swears that Marvel is successful because they casted stars all the time. I was like, you realize that majority of the people that they hired were on the downswing of their career.
We can literally go through it real quick.
Yes.
Right? It not on the downswing.
He said the only person that wasn't a star was Chris Hemsworth.
Chris Evans wasn't a star.
Yeah.
He had like
You said you know what he used against that one?
What?
He was in Fantastic Four.
Failed movie career.
I said that like almost ruined him.
Name Reed, who played Reed Richards?
Fucking I don't know.
Who played The Thing? Exactly.
Carmen Electra.
The Thing?
I don't know.
You don't. The only person you remember is Jessica Alba.
Yes.
She's the only person.
And that's because she's fucking sexy.
And Chris Evans because he became Captain America.
Yes.
He wasn't famous at all because of that movie.
That almost ended his career. Like it was the stupidest thing that he could have
So,
done.
Chris Evans, not famous.
Yes.
Robert Downey Jr. was like scorched earth.
Yes.
He just came back with Tropic Thunder, but he like realistically he like is memorable from that part, but I don't think he got famous from that movie.
Yeah.
He got famous because of Iron Man.
Iron Man.
And he also did Zodiac right before that.
Yeah.
So Robert Downey Jr. was famous.
He was revitalizing his career.
Right.
Mark Ruffalo.
Chris Hemsworth, unknown.
Yep. Unknown.
Edward Norton was a star.
Yes.
He was the bigger star between them.
Gotcha.
So there's one.
Got lobbed though.
Mark Ruffalo, not a star.
Was he not a star?
No.
He was in Zodiac.
That doesn't make him a star. Nobody saw that movie.
I know.
Let's go. Sam L. Jackson, legit star.
Yes.
So of the
But
main,
not a main character, really.
sure, but in Avengers he had legit star.
Yeah.
Paul Rudd, star.
Yeah.
I'll give you that one. It's about 50-50.
Yeah.
It's not as good as it's not as much as you think. Scarlett Johansson was not a star.
Yeah.
Jeremy Renner, not a star.
Tom Hiddleston, not a star.
Tom Hiddleston, not a star. Good point.
Yeah.
So maybe a lot less. There are some sprinkled in.
Yes, for sure.
Like,
but I
Benedict Cumberbatch was.
Yes, I'd go as far to say that like Eternals though has some of the most stars in it
Ever.
in like a first movie.
Everybody in fucking Guardians of the Galaxy, at least the main three, those weren't stars. The stars were Bradley Cooper and fucking Vin Diesel.
Yeah.
But those were like hid behind.
Yeah, like Chris Pratt, all he had was Parks and Rec, right?
Yeah.
Like legit.
And Moneyball.
And he was in that.
Yeah.
What the heck? Mm-hmm. He played Jonah Hill.
He played Jonah Hill.
That's nuts.
Yeah.
I didn't know that this whole time. I thought that was Jonah Hill.
Yeah. Actually,
Did he get an Oscar for that?
Yeah, he got an Oscar for that. Get this, dual role. He also played Brad Pitt.
Get the fuck out of here.
He Eddie Murphy'd it.
He Eddie Murphy.
Yeah.
The whole time.
Yeah.
Holy shit. Because I've heard the comparisons between Eddie Murphy and Chris Pratt a bunch all the time.
Yeah, you just never
I never put two and two together.
Yeah, the Moneyball is the linchpin for that argument.
I know. Mm-hmm. That makes sense.
Yeah.
I mean, Batista was maybe.
He was not a star at all. That movie made him a star.
I guess it made people take him more serious.
So it's not.
He was bound to be a star though.
So
because if you're a WWE star and you go into acting, you're just gonna be a star.
Let's go through.
Because John Cena's the best actor out.
Let's go through Eternals, right?
Okay.
You have
Rob Stark.
Yeah. Don't know his name. Kit Harington.
Jon Snow.
Is that it?
No, Kit Harington's Jon Snow.
Jon Snow's Kit Harington.
Yeah.
And
I just also said both those names. You have no idea who those characters are.
They're in Game of Thrones. I know that.
I know that, but you don't know who they are. Like you couldn't put the.
No, I know one of their faces, but they seem like the same people to me.
You know Jon Snow, yeah.
So then you have Brad Pitt's wife.
Yep.
Angelina Jolie.
What the fuck? They're married.
Not anymore.
Was she married to Chris Pratt too?
In that movie, yes.
That is crazy.
You're joking about that, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Did not know that Brad and Angelina.
Salma Hayek.
Mm-hmm.
Kumail Nanjiani is also, I think, a star at this point.
Yes.
He became a star, I feel like, when he became, like, super jacked, and then all of a sudden everybody's like, what the fuck, Kumail is... But he was already kind of, like, on the upwards, and then, like, him being jacked for the movie, I feel like makes him a star.
He was he's definitely very widely known. Like, I bet you if I showed a picture of that guy, a lot of people would go, I know who that is, but wouldn't know that his name is Kumail.
And then also, I don't know the black guy's name. I think he was in the new King Kong movie.
There's a black guy?
You don't know?
I actually don't. I don't know the cast that well, but I know that it was like star-studded.
I mean, yeah.
Like when I saw it, I was like, "Oh, that's a lot of stars in one movie for a Marvel movie."
Yeah, it's never really been like this. I wonder if the movie is actually dog shit, and like people are, it's getting bad reviews because it's like
it's actually, well, I've heard from like actual like legit reviewers that they didn't enjoy it that much, that it kind of felt flat. So
we'll see. Who knows?
Who knows? It might be good. I don't know. Do you ever get that Straw Hat Goofy guy?
Yeah,
on TikTok.
I like him.
I like him too.
He's good.
That's about it all. I guess.
He's the one who told me about Google the space movie from 1992.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because I was like, he was like, I'm the movie guy here. You know, I was born in the 90s. Let's give it a look, right? And then it's like his reaction didn't like. I thought it was gonna be like some porn shit, and then when it was just like, I don't even want to reveal it. Just Google what space movie was released.
It's just the N-word.
It's just the N-word. Yeah, what's crazy?
Hey, don't say I don't feel like revealing it.
It's
like,
really funny.
It's like this huge surprise. It's just the N-word.
I mean, it really made me laugh. I didn't expect it.
It's a backwards way to just Google the N-word. That's all it is.
Yeah, you're reverse engineering the N-word and racism.
Yes.
Yeah, it's pretty fun. And then I sent it to you, and then you sent me 4 or 5 more versions of that.
Yes.
Of different
movies with the N-word in it.
Pretty cool.
Yeah, pretty nice.
Quentin Tarantino is a big fan of those movies.
Is he?
I don't like. It might sound like I'm doing a bit. I'm not doing a bit. He like, it's like there's an era. I don't really know it that well. He's like a huge film buff, so he loves all genre of movies, even like garbage ones. So like blaxploitation movies, right, where they like were made specifically for like black audiences. They would have like, they would have movies where it's just like hot and then like straight N-word.
Yeah.
Or like and
well,
then
the one like where I said, "Hey, Google this actor."
Yeah.
The one movie that he's only been in is Boss N-word.
Right, like that exactly.
That's it.
Shit like that. So like that happened all the time.
Yeah, that's.
But
exciting.
it's surprising that 1992 still made it, because like it felt like that shit was done with.
That should have been done.
Like Michael Jordan was like one of the best players in the NBA at that point.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's like the Michael Jordan era.
For sure.
Like I felt like he killed racism.
He did for a bit.
A little bit, right?
It came back in '92 when he went.
Yeah, real quick.
When he went to go play baseball, actually, was when it came back full force.
In the Michael Jordan documentary, he got criticism because he like didn't. I don't think he took more of a stand for like racism or like political issues, because I think he was like,
yeah, but then LeBron James does it, and it's like shut up and dribble. Like, hey, what do you want from the athletes actually?
Who is saying, like, nobody smart is saying that to LeBron James, the shut up and
well,
dribble
yeah,
things.
only women were saying it.
Something like that.
Yeah.
Conservative women on the Fox.
No, just women.
All women?
You don't have to add conservative women to there.
You think
to talk about stupidity?
You think? Speaking of women's jokes, I told you this, but I'll say it on the pod.
Yeah. Hey, I'm not going to let that slide.
What?
I'm not going to let that slide.
What? Say?
Don't just say
the pod.
Yeah.
Why?
That made me fucking mad.
Why?
It made me angry.
Just
go
past it.
I wanted to hit
Everybody says pods. It's short.
No.
Can't say podcast.
Podcast.
So
say it on the podcast.
Yeah, I'll say it on the pod.
I'm gonna hit you.
Go ahead.
I'm going to gouge your eyes out.
Yeah. Oh, that's a story.
Yeah.
We got that.
Yeah.
We were. It's Halloween, right? Yeah. It was just Halloween the past weekend.
Yes, sir.
So our friend Mike and Sid were dressed up as Machine Gun Kelly and Megan Fox, but like gender bender. So Mike was Megan.
Yeah.
Sid was.
MGK.
They get it.
Yes, you got it. Hey, you're also telling it to the one person that was half of that dude.
Right now.
That's the only person you're talking to. Right
so,
and me.
We had Mike was playing the girl role and was sitting on Sid's lap, and my girlfriend was sitting on my lap, and the 4 of us were talking.
Yep.
Right by the fire.
As you do.
And Mike was doing something like innocuous. It was like whatever, but something I had noticed, right? For whatever reason, I just felt like uncomfortable in my costume. I went as Vision, right? I had face paint on.
Yep.
Just wasn't feeling myself.
You wore blackface, which was weird.
Red face.
Blackface, yeah.
And I just I was feeling really off. I actually felt way better once I took off all the makeup and like I was just like dressed in normal clothes. I felt like I could like, I don't know, like talk to people again. I've just felt like socially like, can I say retarded? Socially retarded?
Yeah.
I don't know. I just couldn't.
That's the proper word for it. Yeah. Socially retarded.
I don't know. I couldn't speak. So to try to like, you know, rejuice a little bit, I try to like, let's throw a joke in here. So Mike wasn't even doing anything crazy, right? And then I was like, Sid, do you finally get how we all feel that like women are just so fucking annoying? And like instead of like getting like a laugh at all,
yeah,
I pissed off Michael because I was calling him annoying, and I pissed off my girlfriend and Sid because they're both girls.
Because you were misogynist.
Yeah,
which is fucking sweet.
So I was just like, oh, this is just a bomb. Well, I like. Don't you just like when you make a joke that nobody likes?
Yes, I love bombs, especially when I know that it's good.
Yeah,
like if I tell a joke that I know is good and it bombs, hey, you work on yourselves, not me. Hey, I'm not going back in the workshop with that joke. That joke's staying the way it is.
That's good,
and you guys are going to like it eventually. And I'll tell it a few more times to make you guys uncomfortable.
Do you ever feel like that though? When you're like you just feel off because of like clothing or like what you're wearing?
No.
I don't know. It's strange. As soon as I took it off, I felt better.
Well, the thing is, I'm always drunk, so I never like none of that shit affects me.
You're not always drunk. I mean, in social
I'm always drunk.
Yeah, you're right.
I know.
Yeah, I mean, you don't really recall this Halloween party that we had
at all. Yeah.
I'm trying to think if there was anything specific that happened. Not as many Squid Game costumes as we thought.
Yeah.
We had one friend do it, which is cool.
So this Halloween, I actually really enjoyed what we did because it felt like we were a little bit more grown up, but we kind of snuck our like, hey, we're degenerates.
Yeah.
Also on top of it, because like sitting in the driveway with the fire going, handing out candy to kids and stuff.
Sure.
That's just like a grown up thing to do.
Yeah.
Like rather
than people who own houses.
Yeah. Yeah. So it felt very grown up, especially since it was at one of our friends' houses.
Yeah.
Not like our friends' parents' houses.
Right.
So that felt cool. I liked doing that. And it made me feel a little bit grown up. But then what we did, we threw a table in the front yard and then proceeded to play Flip Cup or Boom Cup. Just a bunch of drinking games. Yeah. Just to add our little bit of degeneracy to it.
So the setup was we had a table up front with...
Right near the sidewalk.
Right near the sidewalk with candy. And like also they had shots of alcohol for the parents, right, to hand out. And I thought it was set up pretty well where it should have been obvious that like, and people were standing there like at the front to like.
Yeah, but kids are fucking stupid.
So our Flip Cup table was like at
15 feet away or so.
But it was at like our front door.
Yes.
So kids kept running up to our table thinking like we had the candy or something or like, and then the parents would just like
without a doubt every single time.
Always.
And like
scream at them.
Somewhere
like,
more subtle.
Whoa.
Somewhere a little bit more subtle, like hey, get back. And like, you know, they did the screaming, but they weren't screaming. They were holding them. Get back. You know what I mean? But then you had those other ones where they were like, whoa, don't go over there. And it's like, hey, what do you think we're going?
Yeah, like
you think that we see a child in the fucking robot costume, we throw him up in the air like Hasbula a few times. We go, hey, slam this fucking beer with us. We make him shotgun a beer because he comes over to the table.
No, we were never gonna do that.
Yeah.
It just seems so funny that every time, it's like the parents were like, they've never seen alcohol before in their lives. I don't know what's going on. Like it's.
Well, it didn't help that the first two kids that did it, you picked them up and kissed them on the cheek, but that was just because you loved their costume.
I thought they had great costumes. They were cool. They were cool kids.
Yeah, they were dope about it.
I don't know. I mean, there's nothing wrong with that.
I know.
Are we still recording? I can't see it.
Yeah.
We're still going?
I think so.
Okay, nice.
Yeah.
We had to change our setup now because my computer's not here. So hopefully this is also going.
Yeah. It is. I see the numbers.
All right, cool.
Red numbers. Yeah. So I proceeded to black out that night.
Yeah.
And just had a completely.
Do you want to talk about anything specifically for your night or no?
I mean, I got nothing for that night because I don't remember it. I mean, Mike was just looking sexy, so I kept on trying to plow him the entire time.
Sure.
I really did like I came up to him and I took like a picture, like I'm fucking this chick tonight or whatever, and took a picture of his back. And he clearly has a back tattoo that has his last name on it. But then I went up to him. I was like, I don't get it. I just had 3 people ask me, hey, is that Mike? And I have no idea how they know. Then we crossed out the McGarry and put Fox.
Wrote Fox.
Yeah.
The only thing that I want to bring up is I kind of just didn't. You had ulterior motives that night. Mm-hmm. We really didn't interact, you and I.
No. We did at the beginning.
A little bit in the beginning, but as like you kept progressing into your drunkenness, mm-hmm. you got to a point where like 2 of our friends showed up late in the night, and you had no recollection of taking photos with them and that they were there, and you probably had conversation with them for definitely a significant amount of time.
Yeah, more than likely, yeah.
So yeah, that didn't happen. So somehow the conversation, I was talking to 2 girls at the party, right?
Yep.
And you weren't in the conversation at first, right?
Yeah.
And the conversation started talking about Harry Potter.
Of course.
I have a lot to say about it, mm-hmm. right? One of my favorite movies. I know a decent amount about it. I don't know everything. Mm-hmm. Going to Harry Potter trivia nights, you quickly find out that there's fucking Harry Potter nerds out there that exist, like dorks. Crazy dorks.
Hey, I'm okay with knowing the lore, mm-hmm. but when you start knowing like numbers and sale numbers, and
stuff, and it's crazy.
Do something else.
Funny though, none of them had movie knowledge. They all had like book knowledge. So like they're like the reading nerds.
Yeah.
Anywho, so we're getting into the Harry Potter conversation, and I'm talking to the girls about it. What's funny, the only thing you saw that I was with the girls, right? And you were over there, and you're like, I need to be over there.
Talking to girls, I need to talk to girls.
You need to come over there too.
Alpha.
I mean, I gotta say, you added so little to the conversation while trying to be in it the whole time. Mm-hmm. It was just like comical.
I love that this is a reoccurring thing with me. I keep on getting into debates and stuff while I'm drunk.
Yeah.
And like each time one of them I recalled, like one of them was with anti-vaxxers, and I lost bad.
Sure.
Lost bad.
Yeah.
One was about a video game that I just cycled through like 3 words saying, it's dog shit, it's fucking garbage, it sucks. That's it.
This one was about Order of the Phoenix, which I don't think is one of the greatest movies. This girl's
debatably the worst one.
I wouldn't say that. It's pretty good.
It's pretty debatable.
It's got Dumbledore and Voldemort fighting.
Outside of like the first 2, it's probably the worst one.
So this girl was saying it was her favorite. She said it was the turning point of the franchise, and I was like, I think personally,
Prisoner of Azkaban
is definitely a turning point. I feel like if you want, you can argue that one, and I was like, also you can argue Goblet of Fire, because Cedric dies. It's like the first like big death of the whole series, so that's like a turning point. I feel like the 5th one is just like an awkward. Why would you think that's a turning? I don't know.
Yeah.
But no matter what she said, you would just like, that's a good point.
That's a good point. Yeah. But in reality, I have.
You would just agree with her behind, and it was like everybody in the circle could tell how like little you were adding, that we just ignored you every time, but you kept like you were just kept being in the conversation.
Yeah. If you're going to ignore me, it's going to just make me mad and loud.
No, but you didn't notice that nobody was ignoring you.
Oh.
You were like, they hear my points, that your points were that her points were valid. Yeah. You were like, those were your points.
Because I'm a reassuring guy.
So
I'm a reassuring guy.
After I got through the conversation and I was like, oh, you are obliterated, I was like, I'm just getting away from this.
Yeah.
And that was the last time I interacted with you.
You avoid me whenever I get hammered.
Yeah.
I don't know why. It sucks because that's the worst thing that you could do.
Why?
Because you need to be around me because I'm not going to remember what happens. So you need to be kind of like the guy that knows.
Well, the thing is, it's kind of like a cat and mouse game because you end up finding me. So it's okay. It's not the end of the world. You'll get to me.
Speaking of Harry Potter.
Yeah.
It's weird that it's 2021 and people like my buddy in Discord started watching all the Harry Potters. And
Okay.
Like,
but all on HBO Max.
Am I like childish for thinking the Harry Potter movies are good? I was like, no,
what?
It's a amazing movie series.
Why would he think what?
Yeah.
Why do these guys not know anything?
Like, people think it's like dorky, but I mean, there was this like turning point because for me, right? I don't even know if you know. I think you might know this, but I only watched the first 2 before I met you.
Yeah, I know that.
And I didn't enjoy them when I was a kid that much. I didn't think that they were that great.
Okay.
Now look back on them fondly, and I think that they did it perfect, making the movies age with you. It was very
I don't know if it was thought out at the time, but it definitely that's how it happened.
Yes, and how it was nice.
If you look at those 8 movies as a whole, it's kind of a miracle that those like came out, did really well, were good stories, and like all of the actors, generally speaking, aged throughout the movies, and none of them became like insane.
Yeah.
Minus like one of the Draco Malfoy's like henchmen became like he got arrested, so that's what he's done in the last movie. Besides him, I mean, Daniel Radcliffe, I guess, was like an alcoholic throughout the whole thing,
which is pretty cool.
But
that's sweet.
Generally speaking, they're all okay.
Yeah. But yeah, there was like, I mean, a stigma always kind of behind Harry Potter when we were kids. Like, oh, you like Harry Potter, you're kind of a dork. There was.
I never felt the stigma.
Well, because you were the dork.
Because I was in it.
Yeah.
I mean, I was going to the movie premieres. I was like reading all the books. I was fully in it.
You were putting a lightning bolt on your head.
Sure.
Every time you watched.
I don't think I ever dressed up as Harry Potter for Halloween. Isn't that weird?
That's nuts.
Isn't that crazy?
If I looked at you, not as much anymore.
And I used to get it as like people would call me Harry Potter growing up.
Yeah.
Like my hair even kind of like grew the same way his shit did.
Yeah.
But no, I never dressed up as him.
Very weird.
It is weird, right?
Because if you asked me every single time, I'd go, "Oh, you went as Harry Potter for 7 years."
Definitely did Spider-Man. Did like Batman.
What do you think I did as a kid?
I bet you were a Ninja Turtle.
No.
I mean, you have one on right now.
Close. I was just a ninja.
Just a ninja?
For 9 years straight.
I was going to guess like Adolf Hitler. I was going to guess like shit like that.
I was...
Ku Klux Klan member.
I was Stalin one year.
Yeah, skinhead.
Yeah.
Just shit like that.
Yeah. But no, I was a ninja for like 9 years straight.
Sure.
And it pissed off my mom because she liked making costumes.
Oh, and you just kept being a ninja?
And I was like, just give me the ninja costume. This time I want to be the white ninja. Next year I'm going to be a dark ninja.
I used to be I like to be skinny, scary. So I would just get like generic clown scary.
I don't like that.
I used to do that, or like
those are my least favorite costumes.
Mr. Ghostface.
Mm-hmm.
I used to be like, I did the Scream one year.
Obviously.
Weapons weren't allowed at the school, right? They like for like props.
Maybe at your school.
So you could bring like plastic knives.
I could.
I could not.
Other people weren't able to. But what were they going to do? I was a real life ninja.
Right. So you get to bring...
When you're a ninja for 9 years, they almost gave me a black belt off of that alone.
Do you remember the South Park?
On my 9th Halloween,
Sorry, go ahead.
They were like, hey, you do this for on the 10th year, we're giving you a black belt. But I got scared and just like didn't want that kind of responsibility.
Really?
Yeah. So 10th year I didn't go as a ninja.
Wow.
Yeah.
Hey, you know what? Always been scared of the pressure, huh?
Oh yeah, always scared of the pressure. I always remember what my uncle Ben told me all the time. He always said, "With great power."
Shut up!
Great
all right, knock it off. Shut up! This is stupid. We were.
That bit at all?
You said ninja made me think of the South Park episode when they're all ninjas and they buy they buy actual weapons at like the flea market and become ninjas.
I remember. You remember things that make you cry of laughter.
Is that one of them?
That's one of them.
That's one of the funniest episodes. We're gonna ruin the whole thing. The animation style completely changes to be an anime-like thing.
Yeah.
So all the boys are playing like
a fighting, and then they'd always like play like this, like
I mean, really racist Japanese like music that Trey Parker just would sing. So then, like, they're all like doing action poses and battling, and then who has the ninja stars? Is it Kenny?
I think so.
So Kenny throws his ninja star at Butters, who is like the villain, and they just throw a ninja star right into his eye. And then it cuts to like their normal animation, and then all the boys are freaking out because like, he has an actual blade in his eye.
And then like the whole episode is just them trying to get him fixed.
So, yeah, they
dress him up like a dog.
They dress him up as like a dog.
And he's just going.
And then they have a town hall meeting about like I think the violence in school.
Yeah.
And Cartman
selling weapons and shit.
Cartman kept like adding superpowers that he had. He had all the powers, right?
Yeah.
And one of his powers was invisibility, but he had to be completely naked for it to work. So the episode ends with Cartman like trying to sneak through the town hall meeting completely naked. It's a great episode.
It's a great episode. Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's one of the things that made me cry of laughter the first time. Mm-hmm. South Park got me a bunch. I mean, you fucking Jew, you can't say that.
Yeah.
And then he goes, "What, Jew? No, the F word."
It is yeah, I mean it's really of all of like the of all the famous comedians or like comic minds, I think meeting Matt Stone and Trey Parker would have been like, those are like my top of my list. Even though I don't watch South Park like that anymore. I mean those guys are like
geniuses.
They influence my sense of humor and sensibility like probably more than any other. I had seen South Park every episode like multiple times up until I was like probably like 15.
Yeah, I used to like know I had a lot better memory before I got smacked in the head a bunch in football.
Also, do you know what that is? It's just
getting older.
Yeah. It has nothing to do with you keep thinking.
No, it's CT.
A little bit, but like
no, it's CT. But so back then, my comedy style in school and stuff for like 2 years would be just quoting South Park. Did you ever have that era?
Yeah.
Where you just like
fuck you, mom, I do what I want.
Yeah.
Yeah. I used to just I would just say that shit all the time. Yeah, I mean that's just like that's what was like in my like nomenclature.
Yeah. Well, it's what Tyler Rogney is now.
With Barstool.
Yeah, no, just anything. That guy knows all quotes. I don't get it.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know how his brain is just filled up with every quote.
Yeah.
But as you get older, you just start like having other things that need to fill your brain.
Yeah.
Like when you were a kid, you didn't have to pay rent, and eventually you'll have like, I don't know, a family and like children and like dying parents. So, well, that's definite.
No.
My parents are living forever.
My parents are living. They're strong.
Mm-hmm. They are strong.
Yeah.
You got a strong dad.
I know.
Did we mention what my dad was for Halloween?
Yeah, Riddler. Yeah, we did.
Oh, we did.
Yeah,
I didn't tell you how he got the costume, though.
Oh, yeah. Well, how did you get that?
It was just, I thought he went out of his way to get a Riddler costume, which is really funny to me.
Yeah.
Because it's been out of like pop culture forever.
Mm-hmm.
But it was just his friends. I mean, I was like, my dad would never fucking go out of, and that makes sense. That it was just his friends.
You just let him borrow it.
Yeah. That's why I thought it was so funny.
But yeah, you kept on bringing that up the whole night. And I just go, dude, this guy wants to suck his dad's dick.
Yeah, anytime I bring that guy up, you're like, you just love getting pounded by your dad, huh?
Yeah, but you do.
Sure do.
You love that shit.
Yeah, he does it well.
So I've gotten the most success on YouTube that I've ever received recently.
Okay.
Definitely not from this channel.
No.
Yeah, never from this channel.
Yeah, I feel like there should be ways that we can transition any sort of success into this.
Yeah.
No follow through.
Nope.
And is that because of us?
No.
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 Could we have been doing more? No.
We're doing maximum.
I know. We do the most that we possibly could.
Yes.
Yeah.
I woke up at 1 p.m. today.
Yeah.
I debated on laying down for a nap at 2:30.
Yeah, I mean, you got to get your fucking priorities straight.
I do work. I do work.
I know.
Not like a job work. No. But I work.
Sure.
Yeah. But so recently I have been playing old school RuneScape, which in old school RuneScape there's just like this first boss that you do. The boss itself's not that hard. It's like a pretty easy boss. There's like 3 prayers in the game that protect you. You can protect from mage, melee, and ranged. And it only casts mage and range on you. And depending on the movement that he does, that's what you just swap your protection. That's like the whole fight.
Okay.
It's pretty easy.
Yeah.
But prior to that, there's like 80 minutes of build up. You got to like do all these waves and, make sure that your materials last the entirety of it. So it's stressful.
Yeah.
I did it, went in there, very first time. I ended up dying. Like, this didn't even get clipped or anything. I just died to a wave. It was fine because, like, I was trying to figure it out. The first time I make it to the boss, though, the very first ability that he uses, he trucks me. He almost fucking kills me.
Yeah.
And then right afterwards, I die again. Like, I get hit again and just die. After 80 minutes of doing that, you just throw away. You get nothing.
Yeah.
You literally get nothing if you die.
Yep.
Which is hyper sucks.
Sure.
Because of that, it made me go on a rant about I'm just so fucking stupid. I just don't fucking get it. I don't know how to fucking my
hands.
My brain doesn't function like
what
that.
It is?
Yeah, I go. My brain just doesn't function like that. I throw my chair, and that got clipped.
Yeah.
Which, like, funny. But then the next day, I end up trying it like 3 more times that night. Fail every single time. Just throw away pretty much 5 hours of my life to gain nothing.
Yep.
Next day, I try it again.
Sure.
My last attempt, I was very, very fucking close.
Yeah.
I end up getting, like, I pretty much kill the boss. The boss should only, itself, when you get to him, only takes a minute. I fought him for 7.5 minutes because I just fucked it up.
Sure.
Because there was, like, healers or whatever that you have to get off of them. Because of that, snapped the keyboard over my knee.
Yeah. Cut your hand up. How's your hand doing?
Pretty good. It's healed up pretty good.
You're a big complainer about it for every day.
Oh, yeah.
I feel like you kept throwing it in like, oh, my God, my hand is hurt. And then people go like, well, how'd you hurt your hand? Just saying, well, I actually snapped my keyboard over my leg.
Yeah, I snapped my keyboard. Yeah. Yeah, I try to get people to talk about it.
Yeah, God, my hand is hurting so much.
Oh, but it was worth the 26,000 views it
26,000 is a lot.
Pretty good.
Not more than Bit My Ride Simpson style. But
I know.
Maybe one day you'll get up to my views.
One day I'll get up there. But these clips, I submitted both of them to this old school RuneScape moments channel, which is just a compilation of like stuff that streamers do.
What country is that guy from?
Sweden.
He's a Swedish guy.
Yep, Swedish guy. And he just makes compilations. He like every 3 days or something. So I submitted both of those clips to one. And I knew for sure putting those up there because it was just like, a funny freak out.
How did you know about his channel?
Just a buddy in my Discord.
So you're just a RuneScape streamer now? That's what you do?
Yeah.
You're completely RuneScaped up?
For the most part, yeah. I mean, I stream WoW on Tuesdays, but other than that, it's RuneScape.
So you're fully... Well, now you have to... Now you're the RuneScape guy who breaks his keyboard over his leg.
Yeah.
Sorry to, like, step on the story, but, say the final result of it.
Yeah, so then in these compilation videos, people like vote for who wins.
Yeah.
We just end up getting like 50 mil gold in game. Because of that, I won. I knew that I was, like I said, I knew when I submitted them, they were probably going to get like taken and put in the compilation.
Yeah.
He ended up using me as the thumbnail.
Yeah,
like,
that's cool.
Just like a mid keyboard.
So yeah, break. He probably knew you were going to be the winner.
Yeah, it was pretty obvious too. Like immediately it was just all the Gameswell freak out.
And then you had another clip that won after that?
So what really motivated me was somebody in the comments said, I can't wait to see this guy finally kill the boss. Because it is like a pretty big achievement. Although it's not that hard and like for experienced old school RuneScape players, it's like whatever.
Yeah.
But like to do it your first time is like everybody knows it's like a pretty big achievement and it's like cool to get. And then when I killed it, I ripped my shirt, submitted that video for that, and it wasn't as big, but it was like it wasn't the first clip. He does like a little animation, and then I was the clip right at the beginning pretty much. So I submitted that one. I thought like it was like whatever because I just ripped my shirt after killing it. I said, let's fucking go. I was like, put that fucking cape on my, because you get a cape for killing it. I said, put that fucking cape on my back, and I ripped off my shirt, which I just thought was like whatever, but ended up submitting that and won again. Ended up getting 100 mil on that game. Fucking easy peasy.
Is 100 mil, how useful is 100 mil in the game?
It'll get you like a full set of armor, like the best armor in the game.
Oh, so pretty good.
Yeah. Like, I mean, So what I bought with it was actually like the best mage weapon.
How does that guy get all this? Do you think he just buys gold?
He just buys gold, yeah.
Probably.
More than likely. Or he just, I mean, he's been playing a long time. He probably gets I think that he gets donated from like his viewers sometimes too and shit. So like he's got like a lot of people that watch him. But throughout this entirety of it too, because like there was a bunch of people tuning in. I was getting like 40 viewers every time that I was streaming Jad. And people would just spam me in chat saying, "Oh, look at this! You're such a bozo. You're a bozo." And then they'd link like circus music. They go, "Hey, can you play this song for me real quick?" And it'd just be circus music.
Sure.
And like it just pissed. Like I played into it. I was like, "This is fucking pissing me off." And so then yesterday on stream, I dressed up as a clown. And just bozo the clown.
Did anybody like the stream? How many people watched that one?
It wasn't that big. I mean, I didn't do anything on stream. Like all I did was drink beers and play a little bit old school RuneScape. Yeah. But like I wasn't doing anything particular in old school.
You were
RuneScape.
Drinking beers last night?
Yeah.
Oh, I don't know how you could do it, man. I can't. Today, I mean, I was feeling rough today.
You got to stop a 2-day bender with a third day.
That's true.
Yeah.
How you feel today?
Not too bad.
Today I was just feeling.
I got cousins in me. I had a sub sandwich and that made me feel better.
You know, I used to like Jimmy John's a lot, but ever since I threw it up that one morning, I just don't want it anymore.
Really?
Yeah, it's. I guess I'm just like a throw up guy who throws up in the morning now.
Yeah, I don't like that.
I did it one time when I was a young kid, when I was like 18, and I had only done it the one time when we were up at like your land. I can't remember what it was for. Yeah, it wasn't like a beer Olympics or anything like that. It was like
it was my
might have been your graduation
birthday.
So I threw up in the morning like that, and that had only happened to me once. And then since then, I just like it's like when I'm drunk the next morning from the alcohol, as soon as it just starts to sit with me, it's just like my body's like, let's fast track you out of this.
That's so weird. I've never really been a puker like that though. I've legit. I mean, I've been drinking since I was like 13, and I legit don't remember a singular time where I've thrown up the next morning.
I've seen you throw up before.
The next morning?
In general.
Yeah, I throw up at night.
Sure.
Like while I'm drinking.
Yeah.
It's usually just like. No, I've thrown up because of just. I mean, like I've thrown up quite a bit.
Yeah.
But like, I've thrown up on myself.
Yeah.
Which is cool.
Yeah, pretty cool.
Yeah.
Do you remember? Do you remember when I started drinking? How often I would throw up?
Yeah. I remember one time we ate pizza. This wasn't even like when you just started drinking. We were going to the bars at this point. We were bar hopping. You had gotten kicked out of 3 bars.
Sure.
You were pissing me off because you kept on getting me kicked out of bars with you.
Yeah.
Because you were falling asleep.
Yeah.
Not causing ruckus, just falling asleep.
Yep.
The last bar that we went to.
Harp.
The Harp. Mm-hmm. You go into the bathroom.
Yeah, I remember this.
Can't get into a stall. You throw up.
Right in the sink.
A bunch of pizza.
Yeah.
And they go, your boy just did that to me. And you just walked out immediately out of the bathroom. You made me... I had to clean the fucking puke out of the sink because of you.
Yeah, I mean, you make it seem like it was just my doing. I was just being a menace all day.
You were being a menace.
That's true. I was. But once I got kicked out of one bar, what you should have done was probably been like, all right, time to get him out of here. No. But instead you were like, fuck it, let's keep it going. My boy Kid is gonna keep rocking. So you kept like pushing me into these other bars, and then I would get kicked out of 3 bars.
Just wake up at that point.
No.
Yeah.
Just kept getting kicked out.
Well, that's
kicked out of 3 bars.
That's
There's I even got kicked out where like we were leaving a bar and we're like, we're going to here, and then they were like, you are not.
Yeah, they said you're not walking in. So
yeah, it's fun.
You're not really a menace when you're drunk. You're just you're very hard-headed. What's another word for hard-headed?
Stubborn.
Stubborn. You're very stubborn when you're drunk. Yeah. You just get to this point where you're just like, hey, this is what I'm doing.
Yeah.
And there's nothing that stops you from doing that.
Yeah.
Even if I'm like, hey, man, and I'm like slapping you awake or whatever.
Yeah.
That doesn't,
right, I'm sleeping.
You're going to sleep because that's what you wanted to do.
Sure.
And it's just
it's fun. I'm kind of like a zombie at that point. I'm not really functioning.
Yeah.
And when I'm blacking out, right? When you're blacking out, you're still pretty like. People probably don't realize that you're not making any memories.
Yes.
When they see me, they're like they're like that makes sense, right?
Yes. Okay.
Like
has no recollection of tonight.
For example, when I black in and I'm in the middle of a fight with a random woman on the middle of the street, it should have been clear to everybody that I didn't know, because I literally go, wait, what are we fighting about?
Yeah, what are we fighting about?
It should be clear to everybody that like I'm not making memories at that point.
And it is.
But for you, sometimes people are like, oh, I didn't even know like I was drunk.
Yeah.
Which is like, you're like, to me, I always know. There's 100%. There's never a doubt for me.
For sure.
Even like a little bit, I can tell.
Well, because the thing is, like, I don't like. There is a point that I'll start getting hyper sloppy.
Sure.
And just horny. Mainly the horny thing.
Oh yeah.
There was a point in time where people would know that I was blackout drunk or like very hammered, because we'd walk down the streets of Milwaukee downtown. And I go,
"Oh,
you're beautiful. You're beautiful.
I hate that.
You're beautiful. I do that."
Yeah.
But what? Like, if we're just like at the Halloween party, I know for a fact I don't think that anybody thought that I blacked out that night.
No, I mean I knew.
Did you?
Yeah.
Well, because the conversation. The conversation.
Yeah.
Yes. You will know. But like all it does really is, most of the time, is I just like am able to talk to people without like anxiety. So like I just end up I just have normal-ish conversations with people, and so then they just like never. And like people, that's when people like fall in love with me and they go, "Oh god damn!" And then when I meet them again, I go, "Hey, I'm James," and they go, "James, long time no, dude. You're so fucking.
You're my best friend.
You're my best friend. I fucking love you." And I go, "I have no idea who you are."
Do you miss the era when every girl that we'd run into thought you guys were best friends?
No. No, I hated that.
Do you remember how many good-looking girls we used to hang out with?
Yeah, I remember that used to be like the thing with like people that played World of Warcraft.
Yeah,
they'd add me on Snapchat, and it was like the talk around like in our sales community that we had or whatever, and they'd always go, "James is just always hanging out with bad bitches."
Yeah, it used to be.
And they used to think. I mean, it's really funny because like it's hard to explain. Like even you too, like me and you. Yeah, it's hard to explain because like. When I talk back on high school, more so for me a little bit, where I was the shit in high school.
Okay.
But then I also have to follow that up with, I was a virgin till I was 18.
Yeah.
Which is just a odd dynamic that I had where like, I was like the coolest kid in the school.
Yeah.
But also a virgin.
Sure.
Didn't ever fuck.
No.
No girls wanted to fuck.
No, they did. You just,
didn't know how to close.
You still don't.
Yeah, still don't.
Still don't. Yeah. It's the classic you would just get in your own way.
Yeah.
Still do.
For sure.
Still have that issue.
And to not the same extent, but you were the same way where like you hung out with a bunch of hot girls, but just like it was funny.
My issue similar, that I wouldn't get in my own way. I would get in my own way, but we were different in very different reasons, because you were so hot and cold.
Yeah.
You would flip out on a girl.
Easy.
At the drop of a hat.
Yeah.
For nothing.
For sure.
For nothing. You would just go crazy on them.
Yep.
Or you would just be so respectful in so like other way that like you would like you would just like immediately put yourself in like a friend zone where like they wouldn't see you as like attractive.
Yes.
Right?
I should have been in the middle and immediately started finger popping them.
Easily.
Yeah.
Right? I would
grab them by the pussy.
I would take way too long to make like a move or like any sort of like sort of like any window of an opportunity that I might have had with a person. I would just completely fuck up and then just miss it and then over pursue for a really, really long time.
Yeah.
So
then you lost your hair.
And well, I feel like the hair was the best. Losing the hair was the best.
You think that was the best thing for you?
Yeah.
Oh, I think so too.
Yeah, I don't think. Yeah, I think I look way better now.
You don't miss it ever?
No, I always had a bad issue with my hair. I never felt like I had like a hairstyle that I liked.
I would like that for like 2 months or 3 months, just for a while, like long enough to where it's not just like a quick phase. I want you to wear a wig or like a toupee, and just not bring it up to people.
Sure.
Like
sure.
Like I showed you that one skit of Tim Robinson where he's got like that slick back hair.
Yeah.
Lady luck. If you started wearing that and just not bringing
a
it
bad
up to
toupee.
Yeah.
Sure. I got no issue with that. Also, I do really one era. I mean, I think I'm in a pretty committed relationship, so I think I'd be okay. But I mean, the fucking Jack Nicholson hair. I want to grow it out like that. Bill Murray. I have the hairline. I have the widow's peak, but I want it super long, and I want it to like fucking look bad.
I know.
I want that.
Yeah. And my dad still rocks it too.
Sure. Yeah. Your dad looks fine.
He just slicks the back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I want that I think it's such a cool look.
Yeah.
I really do.
It is. Do it. Hey, man. Do it.
I get this unfortunate thing that I kind of still care about the looks. So like the in between thing would.
Why?
I don't know,
dude. Have you seen some of the haircuts that I've had recently? So, for Halloween, I went as Nacho Libre.
Yeah.
But one of my options between me and our other buddy Tyler, we were going to go as you.
Yeah.
But I got to this point where I just like. I've just had like crazy hairstyles for the last like year or so now, from going from a mullet to completely bald to bald just on the top and the sides long. So in order to be you, I would have had to shave my hair. And I would have shaved it like a widow's peak into my hair more. And I just was like, yeah, I just don't want to deal with that. Like, I just want to like have normal hair for a little bit until I do something with it again. I think I'm going to dye it.
What, would he have shaved his head as well?
Yeah.
You know the biggest issue with that? You guys have to go facial hair. Can't do that.
Well, we were just going. I think that's even funnier.
That what? Just be bald.
Drawing it in.
No, that would have been funny. Yeah.
Just Sharpie.
That would have been nice.
Yes.
Yeah, I would have been impressed because the no facial hair thing is it's the one Achilles heel you guys have.
Yeah. That's our one Achilles heel.
And the whole weight thing.
Not the whole like we can keep change inside of our rolls.
that thing as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's the one thing that I feel like
you got over people.
Yeah, I was Vision from Marvel this year. And I was like, do I want to...
The fact that you didn't shave your beard was pussy.
It was, right?
Yes.
But I was like...
Like Mike shaved his beard.
Yeah, but he has like a chiseled jawline no matter what.
Okay.
Not me.
I do. I mean, I have a chiseled jawline and I still shaved.
That's true. Well, that's in your favor.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, I was like, I kind of just want to keep the beard for fucking... It was only a day.
Yeah, people... I got asked today, what, did you like cut your hair or something? Like, why do you look so weird now?
They couldn't tell?
And it's not just that I have just a mustache. Yeah.
The same thing happened to Bobby Lee. When Bill Burr came on his podcast, Bill had a mustache, right? That was the only thing that was different. Because typically he has a beard, but he had a mustache. And Bill Burr has had a shaved head for like a decade at this point. Bobby was like, has your head always been shaved? He didn't realize the thing that he was noticing about his facial hair was the mustache.
Yes.
And Bill Burr, instead of like realizing what it was like, yeah, you fucking... I've had my head shaved for like a decade. Like you've known me forever. Like I'm surprised it's the first time you're noticing it. And like it never gets addressed again. It's right in the beginning. And I'm like, why? It's such a weird interaction to have.
It is weird though, because like it will, like if there is a slight change, it's sometimes not easy to just pick up.
I know, it's weird.
Because like
my dad
I'm the king of goatees.
My dad had a goatee for a long time, right?
Really?
And then just cut the goatee and it was a mustache. But you noticed that right away. I don't know why.
Yeah.
I don't think mustaches are in. I don't know how. I saw TikTok, but I agree. This girl was like, I don't know what happened, but guys reclaimed mustaches. Like mustaches used to be like pedophile and like disgusting, but now like I think they're great.
Yeah, no, I think they're sweet.
I do too. I think it's good. I think it looks good.
I'm keeping the mustache, yeah.
Go ahead.
Okay.
I think that's it.
I think we got it. Yeah.
I think you're wrong. I don't think you're right.
I don't think you're right.
I think you're wrong.
You don't have good enough eyes to see way over there?
No, it's there. I can't see from here at all. Like, there's no...
Oh, it's blocking?
Yeah, it's blocked.
Oh.
All right, ta-ta, everybody.
All right,
We finished.
Later.